Hello, my name is Erica Shea, and you are tuned into Slay, where each week you and I turn our attention inward and reflect on ideas intended to help move you into a state of inspiration and empower you to take decisive, proactive action toward achieving your goals and reaching your highest potential. Today, we are talking about emotional alchemy, the transmutation of feelings. If you are someone who is ready to better manage your emotions, ready to find new perspectives that promote your personal growth, then this episode is for you. Let's get into it. Alchemy is all about transformation. So, when we refer to emotional alchemy or the transmutation of feelings, what we're really referring to is the process of transforming our emotions from one feeling to another, which involves altering the nature or the intensity of our emotions. It is a conscious practice that we partake in by redirecting or reinterpreting. It is a skill that comes in handy when trying to manage stress, when trying to manage negative emotions, or just cultivate positive ones. It's helpful when trying to build resilience or deepen relationships, or simply just to develop self awareness and increase self growth. For a simple example, I would say, let's say you're feeling irritated after a disagreement with your romantic partner. Rather than allowing the irritation to consume and eat at you, you take a step back. You use your brain power to just understand the underlying reasons for your irritation and then have an open and calm conversation with your person to resolve the issue. Through the process of emotional alchemy, you were able to transform the irritation that you were experiencing into constructive communication, which in turn promotes empathy and understanding and connection. So, hopefully that makes sense. Emotional alchemy is what allows us to release and heal from hurts, both new and old, that may be influencing our present emotions. But we have to be willing to explore and process our feelings in order to create space for new positive experiences to enter our lives. We can't get past them if we can't even face them. I don't know about you, but I can be very sensitive. There is a part of me who isn't above just pettiness or feeling bitter, and I've had to work really hard to curb that. It's a quality that doesn't entirely go away either, but the positive news is we don't have to be controlled by our emotions. If you are like that too, like I was, and honestly still can be, there is a way to harness the energy of your emotions to fuel growth and transformation, and emotional alchemy is that way. It empowers us to transmute negative emotions into positive ones, to find a silver lining in challenging situations, and to just cultivate a mindset of resilience and gratitude. And I'm reminded of that more than ever right now in my life. There's this part of me that's asking to just numb out, I swear. The last 30 days have been some of the toughest in my life emotionally. It has gotten to the point where I have no energy or desire to want to do things and things that I love doing, honestly. It's like I'm teetering on this fine line where on one side it's just depression and just heavy darkness, and the other is full of possibility and light. And the universe, to me in general, is just testing my devotion right now. I thank God that there is this higher self present who is just the eternal optimist. I just keep thinking, who are you in the dark? You know, when nothing is going right, when you're struggling alone, like stay consistent, stay persistent, do not waver, channel what you're feeling, find your balance. You can do this, stay focused. Like, this is my inner dialogue so much more lately, it seems. And so here we are, here I am talking to you today, but probably mostly, I'm honestly probably talking to myself with this message. But I want to invite you to just, when you're feeling triggered, angry, overwhelmed, sad, devastated, whatever it is, to see it as an invitation to anchor in your power. Pause and bring your awareness inward, taking it away from the external cause or the situation. See if you can identify the emotions coursing through your body. How is your posture? What about your brows or your mouth? Like, are they furrowed or turned down? How is your breathing? Can you stop to take a breath just to kind of lengthen through your spine and then maybe relax a little bit more on that exhale? Can you acknowledge that despite what you observed emotionally within yourself and that tension that you are carrying in your body, that you're still getting through the day and getting your business done and handled and taken care of? If so, can you show yourself some compassion and give yourself some credit? Not just for getting through, right? But for being able to have this human experience where you're not suppressing or denying what's showing up for you. You're just accepting where you're at and yeah, how it is making you feel at this present moment. Like just pause. See what thoughts start to float up in your mind from there. Like let them come and go without going all in on one of them and just observe them from this detached state. When you're ready, see if there are any thoughts associated with the emotion that you're feeling that you can challenge. Is there an alternative perspective or a silver lining that you can find? For example, with me having just lost a baby almost 12 weeks in, I had a time where I was entertaining what ifs. Like, what if this was from the grief of, losing my friend? What if I didn't go to her funeral, which made me feel so overwhelmed? Like, did I cause just a lot of stress on my body at once? What if it was this over easy egg I ate like that this one morning? What if, it was from me being super drunk the week before I found out I was pregnant? Like, what if, what if? Alternative perspective. Miscarriages happen. Sometimes it's just nature. There's no external cause. The silver lining is that I'm fertile and I can try again. We can try again. So that's just an example. The point is to find a way to reframe in a way that makes sense in your mind, that your heart can get behind, that doesn't feel false. You don't want some false positivity. That's not going to help at all. From there, find a way to express yourself, express your emotions. I gravitate towards writing, but I also love movement and just physical activity. So go for what you gravitate towards naturally. Maybe it's speaking with a coach or a therapist or a trusted friend. Maybe it's music or art. Find the thing that helps you best express the emotions that you are dealing with right now. Show yourself the same kind of love, care, and grace that you would show your best friend. Let go of any judgment, fear, or shame. Know that you are having a human experience, something that we all only get for a limited time. The fact that you are feeling something so intensely is a reflection of the amount of love that you have in your heart. Recognize that within you and then feel just more capable of letting it flow. Remember, emotions are fluid. Not only do they come and go, hitting us in waves at times, but they're also likely to change altogether. Also, note that different situations may require different strategies, and what works for some moments in time, they may not work for all moments in time, but don't give up. Remember your vision and keep in mind all that you could potentially be sacrificing by allowing your temporary emotions to control you at any moment. The risk is super high, and most of the time, it's not worth it. Transmuting our emotions is about recognizing when it's necessary to take a step back in order to maintain a sense of balance and finding strategies that help us regulate our emotions that align with our personal values and needs. If you find that your emotions often overwhelm you or that they negatively affect your daily life, try this. See if the practice doesn't help you develop healthier ways of managing and just processing your emotions. If you find that your emotions frequently affect your relationships with others, try this. See if the practice doesn't help you communicate and interact with others more effectively or even reduce conflict. If you're someone who struggles with stress management and find that your emotions contribute to the high levels of stress you're experiencing in your life, see if this doesn't help you transform those undesirable emotions into more positive, constructive ones. If you want to respond to situations just in a more intentional way, try this. See if it doesn't allow you to choose how you respond to emotions rather than being at the mercy of them. You'll know you've effectively transmuted and alchemized your emotions when thinking the thoughts that used to make you feel overwhelmed, anxious, sad, or angry no longer have power over you. You'll experience inner peace and calmness. You'll become more resilient in the face of triggers or situations that previously evoked the emotion. Your body will feel more relaxed and at ease. Your interactions with others will feel more harmonious, and you'll feel more emotionally flexible and open to experiencing and just expressing your emotions in a healthy and balanced way, which in turn is likely to empower you with greater self confidence from having observed a more strengthened and developed ability within yourself to handle challenging emotions in general. Remember that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be changed from one form to another. We may not be able to destroy the darkness that lingers, but we can absolutely transmute it into light. Know that you have got this. If you enjoyed this episode and know someone who can benefit from today's message or any of the content we discussed, be sure to share it with them. As always, I thank you for tuning in. Until next time, continue to show up for yourself in a major way.